Dear students, now we are almost at the end of the October. We are left with nearly 80 days, 80 to 85 days nearly. And now we are at the crossroads where whether to utilize these 80 days properly and get our seat, at least in NIT, a good seat, a seat in good college, that is best college, with good branch. Now for that, most of the students are in confusion and in tension and feeling stress, whether we should focus on the board exams or we should focus on the JEE Main. And now we are going to discuss about the strategies for the JEE Main 2024 by considering actual facts, ground level reality, and to understand that in a better way, to understand the strategy and to understand the mindset of the NTA, let us go through certain facts of JEE Main. And these are the things which we are going to discuss in this session. Coming to the difficulty level, real competition of the JEE Main, if you observe here, in 2019, the applicants were 12 lakhs, but only 11 lakhs 47,000 appeared. And 2020, the applications were decreased. 2021, it is decreased. 2022 is the least. And finally, in 2023, after the entire pandemic, now the competition raised. And based on this trend, what can we expect in 2024? Yes, your guess is correct. The competition is going to increase more and more. If you observe the nearness of applicants on the appeared, it is a large gap is here, but there is narrow gap is here. See, 11 lakhs 62,000 applied, 11 lakhs 13,000 appeared. And after that, and it is going to be even narrow in coming JEE Main 2024. So by looking at this, I can understand. Definitely, you might be feeling like stressed. Oh, a lot of competition is there. Whether we can get our seat or not. And the question paper is of 90 questions in each subject. You need to, 90 questions for all the subjects, 30 in each subject. You need to attempt to only 25 in each subject. Total 75. Each consists of 4 marks for each right answer. So 300 marks is maximum marks. Now, let us try to understand the ground level reality in 2023 comparison with the 2019. Suppose if you observe 100 percentile toppers trend over last 5 years. And in 2023 question paper especially, most of the faculty, most of the students claimed that the question paper was really difficult and mathematics was the surprise and chemistry even nobody expected that kind of the questions patterns. But ground level reality you observe. If you observe the last 5 years, you can understand that the real tough question paper is 2022, 2020 and 2019. By looking at this, we can understand 100 percentile toppers over last 5 years, 2023, 43 students got 100 percentile. Does it mean, is the question paper of the 2023 really tough? No. By looking at this, we can understand 43 students were able to write the question paper completely, 300 out of 300. That means the question paper is easy. So, we can understand now, we also can get, if not 300 out of 300, at least 200 we can get easily. Now, 99 plus percentile marks trend analysis. Why do we need this one? Those who get 99 percentile and above have the greater chances You will get seat in NITs with best branch and best college, and more than this, those who are 99 percentile above will appear JEE advanced and will get the IIT seat actually. Now coming to here, 99 percentile, 99 to 99%, 99.0 to 99.99 percentile. If you observe here, the marks were like this. Suppose if you check in 2021, 99.9 percentile was for 238 marks, yes, and 2023 241. So to get 99.99, to get 99.99 percentile in 2021 238, whereas in 2023 it is 241. So the 99.9 percentile somewhere around 240, nearly 240. We can understand it is nearly 240. Whereas 99.1 percentile, let us try to understand, it is somewhere 185, 192 and 181. So somewhere around 180 marks. Simple. So by this what we can understand, if you get 180 marks in January shift itself, in Jan 2024 itself, you are going to get 99 percentile plus. And to get 180 marks, what must be our strategy? And stay tuned and continue this session. Don't skip. I am going to reveal the strategy and the secret formula. How can we get those 180 marks, 180 plus marks within these 80 days? Let me give you a different kind of the strategies. Now, suppose if you observe question paper pattern, the NTA itself transforming its strategy, even preparing the question paper also. Observe here, in 2019, total 90 questions and 30 questions for each subject, and there are only MCQ with single correct answer. 30 for each subject. There are no numerical. And in 2020, because of the pandemic, in 2020, the first wave, January, before the COVID, January session completed, and after January, April, because of this pandemic, there were numerical questions introduced. And observe here, there is no negative marking for this numerical. No negative. But in 2020, numerical questions were increased to 10, but you need to attempt only 5 out of 10 and no negative mark. 2021, after 2021, 2022, the same is continued, but numerical with a negative marking introduced. And 2023, same 2022 pattern is continued. So you can understand here, even NTA itself updating, transforming its nature based on the students' difficulty trend analysis as well as the circumstances. So you also should learn that one, and you also should get that kind of attitude to transform yourself so that you can get your 180 plus marks in JEE Main 2024 in 80 days itself. Let me give you subject-wise strategy. So first let us focus the difficulty-wise trend analysis, difficulty level trend analysis from 2019 to 2023. If you observe here, see easy questions, medium questions and tough questions. Tough questions in 2023. Actually this is 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022 and 2023. Tough questions were almost all 21 to 23. On average, if you observe, tough questions are maintained nearly 20 to 23. Yes. Now, medium questions were maintained. Initially, the medium questions were 22, 43, 47, 44, 44 and 39. So, medium questions are near around 40. 40 are nearly medium questions, around 20 plus, this is let us say 40 plus, and this is 30 plus easy questions. So, the question paper pattern itself, the difficulty trend itself is maintaining a pattern. If you observe for the last 5 years, if you observe, it is following. Easy questions were 30 plus questions. That means 10 questions in each subject. Now, medium questions were 40 plus, and hard questions or tough questions, they are only 20 plus. Okay, to get 180 marks, we want only 45 questions need to be answered perfectly. So easy questions 30 plus 30 into 4, you are going to get 120 marks. And in medium questions, at least 20 questions if you answer correctly. At least 20 plus 4, you are going to get 80, and this itself going to reward you 200 marks. Okay, so this much easier. Suppose out of 30 you are able to say answer, let us say out of 30 you are able to answer 25, and in medium questions you are able to answer at least 20, and hard questions if you are able to answer at least 5, let us say. Okay, and 25, 50 questions into 4 marks, 200. Suppose if you attempt somewhere like 5 to 10 questions, let us say negative, and your score is going to be somewhere around 190. Enough, more than sufficient for us to get 99 percentile. Yes. So my dear students, I hope you got a idea, like to get our near around 180 to 200 marks. Our focus should be within these 80 days, easier questions targeting and medium questions targeting, and also tough questions from the easy chapters. Okay, that I am going to guide you. You please do not worry. Now, please stay tuned. Next, coming to the shift-wise attempt. January easier shift or April easier? So, based on these, we can understand. Based on these things, we can understand here percentage of the questions, and from these sessions, from difficulty wise, easy and medium and tough. So in January session, I mean first session itself, if you observe, easy questions and second shift. So easy questions were decreased and difficult questions were increased. So from shift 1 to shift 2, easy questions were decreased and tough questions were increased. Even if you observe in 2023, tough questions were increased from 22 to 25, tough questions increased and easier questions decreased. So by this what we can understand? By this we can understand the difficulty level of the question paper is going to increase in April, and January session is going to be easier for you, and even the statistics from the last 5 years we understood the same marks in the first session and second session, but better percentile in January and worse percentile in April. So my dear students, please set your mind, prepare your mind to focus on January shift itself. Now coming to the subject wise. Now the first subject is physics. I know that most of the students are waiting for physics only, because the general mindset of the students, they focus more on the mathematics and next chemistry, last physics. So the last priority physics subject, how can we get more marks with less effort? Less effort, more gain, which is going to give you This concept is also there for you in semiconductor physics, introduction of the amplifiers. Less effort, more gain. Voltage gain, current gain, power gain. These concepts are there in physics itself. So here also let us try to apply the same concept. Let us give the less effort and get more gain. Now in physics, see always the STEM's learning zone, your Krishna sir strategy is we do not create, we try to understand the case study. What is going to be happen based on the behavior of the previous statistics, that's it. And we can't guess the exact question paper, but the trend itself can give us an idea. Example, if you want me to give you a simple example, there is always a question from the riverboat. From the riverboat in relative velocity, the same pattern is continuing in the JEE Main. Just for as an example, I am giving you. What should be the direction of the boat to reach the exactly opposite point? There will be like sin theta formula will be there. So that is repeatedly continued, the same question. Even in error analysis, the same pattern is maintaining. Even in the vectors, the same pattern is maintaining. Even in the work energy theorem application, it is maintaining the same. So in every subject, examiner will maintain certain trend that you need to understand. And coming to the our current topic, increasing easiness created imbalance and made surprise who followed trend analysis. Just now I told you we always follow trend, but you should keep in mind sometimes there may be surprise also. You should well prepare. Backup plan should be there. And that's why I have taken this physics first. Those who follow trend up to 2022. Up to 2022, those who follow the trend, try to understand here. The tough questions were somewhere around 20. Yes, but tough questions were decreased here. And easy questions were only around 30, 32, 34, 36. But if you observe, here also there is a trend. Easy questions were increased from year to year. And finally here also easy questions increased. And medium questions were decreased from year to year. Right, from 49 to 38 in 2023 within 5 years. Now, coming to the tough questions, it is maintaining the same. Those who feel that physics question paper is difficult, but 2023 they gave surprise by giving more easier questions. 44 questions, 44% of the questions I mean to say. Now, in physics, again if you try to understand from year to year, the same strategy is there, same kind of the data we maintained, whatever is there, the same thing is appeared here in terms of the percentages. Okay. Now, physics class-wise weightage. Class-wise weightage, we have always, remember, always we have more weightage for the class 12, no doubt. Especially in engineering entrance exam. Because class 11 is the foundation for physics. Class 12 is the application. So, engineering entrance exam by default, they will test your application more and foundation less. So that is why you have by default class 12 topics are more weightage. Not much more, observe here, not much more. In 2023 itself you can understand here, only the difference is only 6%. Yes, and here the only 8%. And here only 2% here, the difference. Here only 4% difference. Here 10% difference. So it is almost 1 to 10%. 5 to 10% only near around. It is not much variation. Yes. See here 10% maximum variation. That is out of 30 questions how much? Only 3 questions difference. Okay. So that is the main thing here you need to consider. Now next, coming to the unit wise weightage. This is more important. I told you already, physics with less effort, more gain. If you observe this one, your first target must be less effort, more gain. Which one you choose? Generally. And most of the students think that Second year is easier and more weightage. But if you observe the class 11, entire mechanics is going to give you a good reward. What is that? Mechanics 1, mechanics 2, all together it is giving you nearly 40 percentage. 40 percentage in 30 questions, nearly 12 into 4, 48 marks out of 100. So you are going to gain more in this mechanics 1 and 2, which is foundation for entire physics. And here also, if you observe the previous year questions, the examiner is maintaining the repetition of the same application, which I told you just now. In the case of riverboat, in the case of parallelogram law of vector addition, even in the case of the properties of the vectors, even in the case of the projectile, even in the case of the pulley system, even in the case of the friction with block and block, even in the case of the work energy theorem, even in the case of the collisions, even in the case of the gravitation, there is a pattern. You need to understand that, and stay tuned. After this, you are going to get a secret formula for the physics and subtopic wise analytics, how we are getting the same application in every year. Same application is going to be repeated. Let us say like KCL, KVL, it is repeating every year. Now, okay, let us confine to this topic now. Current topic, physics unit wise. So total mechanics is going to give you 40 percentage, and if you observe electromagnetism, it is going to give you somewhere around 27 percentage, somewhere around. And coming to here, this modern physics, which one we should focus on the less weightage topics like less than 10 percentage, thermo, optical, modern. They have almost all similar kind of the weightage. If you see the year wise, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, how the pattern is changing. If you observe, the electromagnetism trend is same, no much change. Mechanics 1 is also not much change, and mechanics 2 is also not much change. Even it is increasing mechanics 2. And here, modern physics, it is also maintaining the same, like 8 or 9, and optics almost 7 or 8, and thermodynamics is also same, but once observe here, it is somewhere around 10 to 11 here, but here 8 only. It is gradually decreased, 9 first and then 8. And we may get surprise here, you may get 11 also, you may get 12 also in 2024. Yes, because there is slight variation in the syllabus also. In chemistry, thermodynamics is deleted. By assuming that you will study in the physics. So you may get better weightage this time in 2024 for thermal. Now you should be well prepared even for the surprise. Okay. Now I will also guide you how can we prepare for that. Now next, unit wise is completed, and the most waiting part, which chapter we should focus for physics. Total nearly 32 to 34 topics are there in physics, including even experimental physics also. By considering logical gates as a separate topic, by considering circular motion as a separate topic, even by including mathematical tools of the physics also, like miscellaneous also, by considering, we will get near around 34 topics. Out of 34 topics, by focusing on less than 50% of the chapters, you are going to get nearly 70 to 80% of the marks in your physics. Nearly 70 to 80 marks in physics itself. Now, let us try to understand that here. See, high output chapters, by considering last 5 years. We are talking. By considering all the sessions, all the shifts, this is the percentage. Now, total 50% of the marks we can get by focusing only, see here, this part, current, electricity, magnetic effects, rotational motion, ray optics, electrostatics, gravitation. See these first 50% chapters, and then remaining 20% you can focus here also for backup plan. Now total 70% means 70 marks you are going to gain only by considering these topics. And you can understand the trend also here. You can understand the trend. In 2019, current electricity has got more weightage, 8.8 more questions were asked. Whereas coming to remaining all years, it is somewhere around 6 point something only. So only 2019 was a surprise for this chapter. Remaining all almost all same. So 2024 also nearly same, 6 to 7%. Now you observe the magnetic effects of current almost all same. Only 2021 it is a surprise. Those who follow the trend, they got missed in 2021. So we should be well prepared for these kind of the surprises. There are certain topics. Those who thought that magnetic effects of current is the high weightage, but in 2021 it is a surprise for them, only 3%. While coming to here, you can understand one more tactic here. Those who feel that it is less weightage chapter, motion in one dimension, there is a surprise for them in 2020. And kinetic theory of gases similarly. Yes, those who feel that more weightage, again the weightage was decreased in 2023. So like this, we have many examples. But by considering all the things, by taking average of the 5 years, I have listed out prioritized chapters for your preparation purpose. And how many chapters are there seriously if you observe? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And out of 19, actually, only 12 chapters are sufficient for you to get the 50% score. Top 12. Okay, next. Now, to understand ground level reality of the question paper in JEE Main, those who skip the NCERT, for that purpose I have taken this question. You observe question number 23, which is from 16 March 2021, shift 1 of the JEE Main. The resistance R equal to V by I, V equal to 50 plus or minus 2 volts, and current is given 20 plus or minus 0.2 amps. Now you need to identify what is percentage error in the resistance. Resistance is V by I, they have given already. Now observe the example question in NCERT. In NCERT, the example question is there, exactly similar question, but the difference is only numerically changed. Remaining same to same. By looking at this itself, we can understand. Yes, see, finally the percentage errors in potential and current are added. So here also we can add. For 50 volts, if the 2 volts is the error, for 100 volts, 4 volts is the error, 4%. And for 20 amps, 0.2, for 100, it will be 1 amp. So 1 plus 4, 5%. So what is the value here? 5. Without putting pen on the paper, we can answer this. Yes. And this is the ground reality. Just by focusing on NCERT example questions also, you are going to score more in JEE Main. No need to depend on the private publisher material much. But first you finish the NCERT. Now coming to the next another kind of the question here. This is 2021. This is 2023. What is the difference here? 2021, 2023. The application is repeated. That's what I am saying. You need to understand that pattern, how examiner is testing your skills. What are the learning goals you need to focus? The learning goals you need to focus here. This is propagation of the error analysis. How the errors are propagating while we do addition operation, subtraction operation, multiplication operation and division operation. Simple idea. When you multiply, when you do algebraic simplifications of the quantities, what will happen? How the errors are going to transform? How the errors are going to propagate from initial values to final? That is the concept and that is the application you are going to be tested repeatedly. So randomly I have taken one question here. The same, but here it is the question about the density. Density is again mass by volume. Again the division operation. You need to understand that here the division operation error propagation is asked. The same here division operation. And this key idea, this key application element you need to identify. And you need to focus your preparation on those things. What is the examination? Examiner intention. Okay. I hope you got the confidence now. And This is not the only ending. After this session, soon within couple of days, you are going to get the detailed plan for physics, chemistry and mathematics. Now, coming to the another question, to make you to realize the ground reality of the question paper difficulty. See, there is a question on the Zener diode. Okay, the similar question is there in exercise question of the NCRT. This is from the semiconductor physics. Same question, same pattern. Okay, but here unregulated voltage is given. Here voltage is mentioned. Here regulated voltage for a load value is given. Same Zener value. This is source resistance is not given here, but there is a value here. And here the output voltage is mentioned in the question itself, but here they have given in the question itself as a 15 volts. This is JEE Main 2021 March 16 shift 1. And here you need to understand the ground reality of the question paper from the physics, NCRT examples, NCRT exercise and NCRT exemplar. These three, if you practice on those high output chapters, that is more than sufficient to get your 70 to 80 marks in physics. Simple funda. You have 80 days with you. Surprise. You have 12 to 18 chapters, 12 to 18 chapters to focus. You have 80 days with you. Now, let me continue my discussion on the remaining subjects. Chemistry. 2023 chemistry surprise for the most of the students. But those who prepare NCRT exemplar, it is not that much surprise, because NCRT exemplar we have all types of the question patterns. Let me make you to realize the ground reality of the question paper. So to understand that much in a proper way, remember always we follow the trend analysis. Okay, we will try to understand the NTA. And NTA, if we observe over the year, and especially in 2023, the chemistry was surprise. The special thing about the chemistry, normal MCQ 67% of the questions, and remaining all got 33%. Like how many correct, matrix type questions, assertion and reason, multiple correct answer, statement type, incorrect type, all these belongs to the JEE advanced till 2023. But after 2023, we understood that any type of question can be converted into the MCQ with single correct. So you must be well prepared. And here the simple funda is, all these type of questions are there for each chapter in NCRT exemplar. We have MCQ 1, MCQ 2 under the subheadings. Under the VSA, under the SA, under the LA subheadings, we have for each chapter NCRT exemplar, we have all these type of the questions available for better practice. And not more than 30 to 40 questions for each chapter. It is easy for us to prepare. Next, coming to the mathematics and physics, it is not that much, but physics also maintained this. Nearly 13% of the questions are maintained like JEE advanced, better like in chemistry. But mathematics not that much. But mathematics, the special thing is, we discussed at the time of the mathematics subject about more, but hybrid questions were prepared. Now coming to the chemistry particularly, here difficulty trend. If you observe from 2019 to 2023, most of the students felt the question paper was difficult. Yes, I agree only when you compare with the 2022 question paper. In 2022 question paper, the tough questions were 16 only. Later it was increased to 22 in 2023. But the difference is, easy questions were maintained as it is, 39%. But whatever the percentage decreased here, 6% is decreased, that is increased here, 6%. That is why most of the students felt it is difficult. And one more reason, the question paper pattern was changed. Even though it is MCQ with a single correct, but we understood that 33% of the questions were from the JEE advanced pattern. And that because of the surprise and time consuming, because of the not well preparedness of those kind of the questions, students took more time to answer the questions. That is why they felt a little bit tough and surprised in 2023. And coming to the that trend, it is same as the previous screen is shown here. And coming to the year wise, like 11 and 12, I told you already 12 has more weightage. Definitely it must be more weightage. In each subject, class 11 is foundation, class 12 is application. That is why you got little bit more weightage for the class 12 syllabus. Now, unit wise weightage. See here, inorganic, organic and physical. Seriously, not even one module, one unit is more weightage, one unit is less weightage. We cannot say like that. If you observe from 2019 to 2023, 2019, if you observe, organic chemistry has more weightage. And students think that organic chemistry has more weightage, but by simple observation of these statistics, we can understand. In 2023, inorganic chemistry has the more weightage. Yes. And in 2020, this physical chemistry has equal weightage of these organic. So we cannot say NTA may surprise you by giving more weightage for the physical or for the organic or for the inorganic. You must be well prepared. So by looking at this, what can we understand? These three has equal weightage, and organic chemistry has 1 or 2% more on an average if you observe. That's it. Only 1%, 2% weightage. Oh, not that much. So you should have your equal prioritization between these three models. Now, coming to the chapter wise, again I told you like in physics, we have more weightage for the coordination compounds, general organic chemistry, hydrocarbons, chemical bonding and molecular structure, and thermodynamics, amines, solutions. See, all these are with 50%. How many chapters are there seriously if you observe? And yearly we have nearly 12 chapters, right? Same like in physics. 12 chapters, if you prepare well, you are going to get your 50%. And next 20% for next 6 chapters. Okay. Next. Again, to understand the ground reality of the question paper, you observe here the number of following statements which are incorrect. Line emission spectra are used to study the electronic structure. The emission spectra of atoms in the gas phase show a continuous spread of wavelength from red to violet. An absorption spectrum like the photographic negative of an emission spectrum. The element helium was discovered in the sun by spectroscopy method. If you observe this question was asked in 2021. Let me show you how the chemistry question paper was prepared by NTA and how should you prepare for your JEE 2024. Let me take the data from the class 11 chemistry NCERT. You observe here. This is from page number 41, NCERT class 11 chemistry textbook part 1. Now let me show you. Line emission spectra are of great interest in the study of electronic structure. See here, line emission spectra are used to study the electronic structure. Same statement is given as an option. And another one here, if you observe, the element helium was discovered in the sun by spectroscopic method. You observe here, the element helium was discovered in the sun by spectroscopic method. The question is to identify incorrect statement. And 1 and 4 are correct and they are available in the same page number 41. And the 40th page number, next data for the 40th page number. Again, if you see, an absorption spectrum is like the photographic negative of an emission spectrum. The same is there in third statement. And the only thing which is incorrect here by changing only single word. The emission spectra of atoms in the gas phase, on the other hand, do not show a continuous spread of wavelength. Do not show a continuous spread of wavelength from red to violet. It is there in 41 page continuation. And here, The emission spectra of atoms in the gas phase show a continuous spread of wavelength from red to violet. Show a continuous spread. Here, do not show a continuous spread. Only do not is missed. By this, what we can understand about the chemistry question paper? By focusing on the line to line of NCERT textbook, you are going to score more in chemistry. That is why I have taken this question randomly from the 2021. Now this is about chemistry. Let me show you another 2023. The number of atomic orbitals from the following having 5 radial nodes. This question again I have taken to make you to realize the importance of NCERT. See, I will show you the similar question in NCERT. This is in text from the NCERT textbook, and there is a thing given which is here, total number of nodes, that is n minus l minus 1 radial nodes, n minus l minus 1, the formula is given, and also number of radial nodes formula. I mean, for this question we can calculate. For 6s, 7p and 8d we are getting 5 as the answer. So the question is, how many are there out of these 5? How many are there with 5? So only 3 are available. That is why 3 is the answer, numerical. And you need to understand, the formula is there in the textbook itself, and also there is a question in NCERT exemplar. In NCERT exemplar there is a question, the number of radial nodes for 3p orbital is. If you practice this question well in advance in your NCERT exemplar, you can answer this question. And to make you realize about this model and this method, the same question is repeated in NCERT exemplar as question number 26. Calculate the total number of angular nodes and radial nodes present in 3p orbital. Same 3p orbital, the question was in 8th in NCERT exemplar. Same NCERT exemplar, 26th question also, same model. By this, what we can understand? You need to focus more on NCERT line to line as well as exercise questions and exemplar questions. So my dear students, the strategy for chemistry is only to focus on NCERT exercise, NCERT exemplar. Let me come to the mathematics, the most wanted subject for all the engineering aspirants or JEE aspirants, I can say. Now mathematics, actually those who are fond of mathematics will come to this JEE. Even though most of the students like the mathematics, due to the unawareness and due to the overconfidence, you do not understand how easy the mathematics question paper is, and the strategy to prepare for the mathematics you miss most of the times. And one more, the general misconception in the mathematics, those who feel that if we solve more questions in Arihanto, more questions in Cengage, more questions in some other publisher, you feel that you are going to prepare well for your maths. Mathematics is not about the quantity of the questions you practice. It is about the quality of the questions. It is about the good practice of the same kind of the questions many times. And for that, the reference is only NCERT first. Okay, let us enter in detail about the mathematics. Let us try to understand the difficulty level first. The difficulty level, if you understand, you can observe this trend from 2019 to 2023. Here, that the easy questions were decreased straight away 10% here. 10% decrease, and also 7% decrease here, and little bit like in 2023 again easy questions were increased 7%. Now you can say, is 2023 question paper is really tough? I can say it is not. If you observe 2022, the tough questions are more and medium difficulty questions are more and less easier questions. Actually 2022 question paper is difficult when compared to 2023. In 2023 you have around 30% easy, around 40 medium, around 30 difficult. Yes, it is well balanced paper, I can say. It is well balanced. 30 easy, 40 medium, and 30 difficult. Nearly. What does it mean? You can answer 70% easily. At least 50 to 60% easy. Yes, so to get 99 percentile is not a big deal. Even 2023 paper also. But what was the surprise for most of the students? There are some questions which are framed by combining multiple concepts. If you are good at your practice, if you are good at your NCRT, then you can score more. Not a big deal. And it is not about all the questions are like that. It is only 10 to 15% of the questions were like that. Not much. Now, coming to difficulty level trend analysis, it is graphical observation, same kind of the slide which is repeated here. Now, class-wise difficulty. Class-wise difficulty, I already told you, class 11 is the foundation, class 12 is the application, NCRT. Same, but it is not much variation. Little bit 1 to 3% variation will be there. Okay, not more than 10%, not less than 3%. So it is not a big deal. Almost a similar weightage. Now coming to the unit-wise weightage, and you need to understand more here. The main misconception of Telangana and Andhra students, they focus more on trigonometry. Okay, because of the IPE issue, because of the intermediate board syllabus of A and B. And I suggest, my dear students, don't separate your mindset for A and B, because mathematics only is the single subject, no A, no B. A and B are separated for our convenience, to make your teaching easier, to make your preparation easier. But in your mindset, you should combine those concepts and consider mathematics as a single subject. And now here you must understand the weightage of the trigonometry here. Don't focus more on trigonometry. You may get 1 or 2 questions hardly. 1 or 2 questions hardly, not much. Trigonometry, you just try to practice all the questions from NCRT, that is sufficient. Now coming to remaining all. Here, which one we should prepare more? See here, the weightage for algebra, the weightage for calculus, the weightage for vector, and the most favorite is coordinate geometry. Between these two, there will be always tough competition of the weightage. Yeah, 10, 15 here and 8, 12 here, 12, 12 here, 11, 13 here, 16, 10. So, by focusing on these two, coordinate geometry and vector, less effort, more gain. The syllabus is less and methods are less, and you are going to get more gain, 16 plus 10, 11 plus 13, 12 plus 12. Almost all it is on average you are going to get nearly 25%. And coming to calculus, calculus is really easier when compared to the algebra. You have less syllabus and more gain. So it is also nearly, you are getting nearly 30%. And remaining algebra, it is nearly around 40, 35 to 40%. Okay, this is about unit wise. And again, last and the most weighting, high output chapters, more gain, less effort and more gain. And they are here for you. Again, top 12 chapters are for 50%. 50% total 11 chapters are available, and remaining 9 chapters are for remaining 30%. Okay, and just observe here and try to utilize this slide and focus more on the more weighted chapters. And anyhow, always our favorite 3D chapter is there. It has more gain, like vectors. 3D is nothing but vectors, binomial, sequence, vector algebra, permutations and combination, functions. See, by itself you can understand how important is your permutation and combi, P and C, and your sequence and series, and your binomial theorem. Most of the students from Telangana and Andhra, they will take less prioritization for these chapters. For these 4 chapters, they will take like less weightage. But observe here, they are more important than your trigonometry. So by considering these things, you can understand how important are these topics. And my dear students, I hope This data can help you to plan your 80 days preparation for your JEE Main 2024. By this you can understand nearly 10 to 12 chapters in each chapter going to reward you 50%. So for this you dedicate 30 days for 50% each. So each subject is having nearly 10 to 12, hardly 30 to 35 topics you have with you for 30 days preparation. Considering together all three subjects I am saying. So the simple strategy, you take up to November 30, you finish these 50% chapters. Enough. Okay, 33 days, 33 chapters from physics, chemistry and maths. I will explain you the strategy, you please do not worry. Today the date is 27 and 28, 29, Monday, from Monday you start. So that you will get 32 days. Let me give you again the basic ground level reality of the JEE Main question paper in 2021. This question you observe the shortest distance between the lines. This is a line and this is another line. And the same question, similar question is available in your NCERT, page number 390. You can observe here, find the shortest distance between the lines x plus 1 by 7, y plus 1 by minus 6, z plus 1 by 1 and x minus 3 by 1, y minus 5 by minus 2, z minus 7 by 1. The similar question is there for you. Same, no change, only the data is changed. Model is same. So by this what can you understand? You must be good at your NCERT, whichever the subject, whether it is physics or chemistry or mathematics. This is the ground level reality of the JEE Main question paper. Now, what should be our strategy in these 80 days? This is the topic which most of the students are waiting. And my dear students, for 50% weightage of all the subjects, from physics 12 chapters, from chemistry 11 chapters, from mathematics 11 chapters, all together you have 34 chapters. 34 chapters. Okay. From physics, chemistry and mathematics. My suggestion for high output chapters, dedicate 3 days for each chapter so that you will get 36 days here, 33 days here and 33 days here. Each topic 3 days. Solidly. We have 80 days time. Now, here what should you do? Dedicate your 3 hours for physics daily and 3 hours for physics daily and 3 hours for physics daily. So this is 3 hour, 3 hour, 3 hour. So you are going to give your 9 hours for you day. Simple. And what should be our speed preparation? How should be our fastest preparation strategy for JEE? My suggestion. Take the previous year question paper from 2019 to 2023. Okay. Take this previous year question paper. Those who want previous year question paper, those who want personally, you can contact me, I can provide you. If you want PDF, I can provide, or if you want to print also, I can provide you. And you need to contact by commenting in the video below. Just you comment your contact and I will contact you through WhatsApp. Those who need these previous year question papers. And here the simple strategy should be, morning you wake up around 4. Let me show you that in the next screen. 4 a.m. you wake up. 4 to 5 should be your meditation time and all your activities, daily activities. And remember, 5 to 7 should be previous year questions study. Only observe the pattern and applications of those chapters, which chapter, high output chapters we have shortlisted, total 34 chapters from the PCM, and each chapter has 3 days time. So your strategy must be daily 2 hours. Daily 2 hours, you should dedicate your time to shortlist and to understand the questions from that particular chapter for 3 subjects. 40 minutes is more than sufficient daily. Okay. See, how can we achieve this? You may get doubt. Okay. Let me give you a simple idea. Suppose you have motion in a plane topic is there for you. Okay. Motion in a plane, you have the topics. Motion in plane basic idea. Okay. And horizontal projectile, oblique projectile, and you have relative motion, rain umbrella, rainman umbrella, and river boat or river swimmer. So I have these topics. What I do actually, 5 years previous question paper I will take from this chapter, and I will categorize those questions according to these topics. I will plan first 2 days. First day, this is a day 1 and this is day 2. Enough. And day 3 what should I do? Day 3 for physics of this chapter in my 3 hours per day. First 3 days completed, next 3 days completed, and third day I should write an exam. Write an exam on this chapter. I prepared 2 days and third day I dedicated my time to write exam. Now, to understand the previous year questions paper, you have 40 days early morning 5 to 7. 40 days for physics, 40 days for chemistry, 40 minutes for mathematics, total 2 hours. Now remaining, I need to dedicate my time 3 hours for physics, 3 hours for chemistry, and 3 hours for my maths. Total 9 hours. And I need to finish these 9 hours on by 6 p.m. itself. By 6 p.m. At least 7 p.m. If not possible, 7 p.m. Enough. And after this, I need to write an exam of 1.5 hours. Daily 1.5 hours on the topics which I completed from physics, completed from chemistry, and completed from maths. Those subtopics. You plan in that way. Now this question paper, if you want this question paper, you can contact me through my contact 90143 41237. This is my contact. You can WhatsApp me or you can call me. If you want to call me after 6 p.m. After 6 p.m. daily, you can contact me. Okay, call or WhatsApp. I can respond you. I can help you with the question papers of your preparation. Whatever the topics you take, you just let me know your syllabus. I can provide you the question paper. And those who are in my college, Avishkar, I can guide you. I can help you direct from the college itself. We can mentor you. And this must be your plan. So first 34 days, 34 days it is completed. Probably by the end of November you are going to finish this. 50% you are confident because first 2 days you are preparing and on the day itself you are writing your self-practice exam. What we call this one? Self-practice exam. And after 30 days, like in December, what should we do? You must focus on those 20 to 30% for just 10 days, not more than this. If you want, you can take up to December 15, that's okay. Not more than December 15. And after December 15, you write daily one grand test. Daily one grand test. And while writing those grand tests, our strategy should be, you try to write a paper from morning itself, somewhere around like 8 to 11 or 9 to 12, as per your convenience, you write that paper. Okay, you finish your lunch and you must do those grand papers daily. After the paper, what should you do? Your strategy must be question number 1. Okay, question number 1. Which chapter? Okay, which subtopic? And what is the which learning goal is tested here? Learning goal, because the question paper will be prepared to test your understanding on the learning goals only. These learning goals are available as a objectives of every chapter in your NCERT textbook. In NCERT textbook, under each chapter, beginning of each chapter, we have objectives column, objectives section. In these objectives, you will find this learning goal and list out all the learning goals. Okay, so you will get daily 90 learning goals. You will get 90 learning goals. Learning goal should be something like this. Let me give you an idea. What is the learning goal, sir? Let me take mathematics. Mathematics, suppose you have a graph question, or you have a question from quadratic equations by giving you, let us say, equal roots. Quadratic equation with equal roots. Roots are equal. That is one learning goal. Or you may be given a differential equation to solve. Or you may be given to test your maximum value of the function. So maximum and minimum. And you may be given a question to find out the minimum of a function, minimum value of a function. Or you may be given a question about the continuity and discontinuity. And in discontinuity also, you may be given a question on jump type continuity, jump type discontinuity. Or you may be given a question to solve a limits kind of the question by L'Hospital rule. So there are many learning goals. You may be given a question to find the domain and range of the function, and in domain and range of the function also you may be given a question on like modulus function or logarithm function or exponential function or trigonometric function or hyperbolic functions. So you will get 90 learning goals daily. So day 1 you finish your grand test, you write learning goal. Next day preparation, next grand test exam, you must prepare only these 90 learning goals. Enough. Those 90 learning goals you prepare grand test 1. Next day grand test you write. Some will be repeated. And after 8 to 10 grand test, you are going to enjoy your JEE Main mock practice of the grand test. And after 15 to 20 grand test, you can guess your question paper easily. And that must be your strategy. And within this 80 days, you are going to get 200 plus marks easily by following this one. So my dear students, don't feel stress, don't feel like disappointed. Whatever happened is happened. Now utilize these 80 days, golden 80 days properly by this strategy. 9 hours daily for your core preparation, 2 hours only previous year question paper, understanding, not solving, only understanding how the question is framed and which application is tested, which learning goal is tested, what is examiner intention. That is the only idea. Just you prepare for that. I showed you some examples also in this session itself, previous, by taking the question from the previous JEE and by comparing that in the NCERT. What is the examiner intention? Okay. In chemistry, let us say finding out the radial notes, number of radial notes. In mathematics, about the like two lines are given, and that is directly from NCERT. And from physics, I told you propagation of the errors. So, what is the learning goal is tested, and what is the NTA examiner intention? Simple idea. So, these 80 days you are going to work out on these high output chapters, and you are going to get 200 plus score and 99 plus percentile, and everybody will get the best college with good branch. All the best for your preparation. And if you have any queries and if you want any kind of video like this topic you want a guidance, particular topic you want guidance from any subject, mathematics, physics and chemistry, you comment under this video. You have the comment section and you please comment and I will work out and I will try to mentor you throughout your journey up to your JEE 2024. Thank you.